kc.wingert, Senior Marketing Specialist with American Retirement Systems, and I just wanted to hop on and shoot a quick video. This is going to get a little bit more in depth and talk a little bit about that video that I shot a couple weeks ago titled Fixed Index Annuities or Rainbow Stew. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about how insurance companies price and develop their fixed index annuity products. And I thought before I got into the nuts and bolts here, I would pose a question to you to think about. Have you ever sold a fixed index annuity, especially one that maybe has a volatility control index that didn't perform for you and your client the way that you hoped it would, or the way that it had illustrated at the onset of the sale? The second question I would ask is, have you ever sold a fixed index annuity with an income rider feature that didn't pay? I know the answer to the latter question. It's no, of course, but I thought we could talk a little bit about some of the indexing choices that are available on products today and how we arrive at them, and maybe debunk a little of the mystery. Why am I getting a 3.5% cap on an S&P 500 with an annual reset, where I can use some volatility control index with an annual reset and get 120% participation rate on that thing? So I'll just talk a little bit about how fixed index annuities are designed and how the insurance companies price these products, okay? So, and I'm gonna use nice round numbers here just for simplicity's sake. But today, insurance company, when they take in the premium dollars from your client, they go out and invest that money into their investment grade bond portfolio. And in today's world, they're generating close to 5% gross investment return. Out of that investment return, they less out the cost of compensation that they're paying out to the insurance agent at the beginning of the policy. Generally speaking, the industry standard is between 6 to 8% on a 10-year fixed index annuity, minus the cost of a bonus, if there's any bonus. I've seen 10-year chassis fixed index annuities today selling with bonuses varying from 5% up to 10%, and sometimes in a few exceptional cases a little more than that. And then they less out expenses, taxes, and profits, and that's around 1%. So what you're left is with net client earnings of around 2%. Now the client can either take that declared interest rate by the insurance company as a fixed rate for that year, or they can roll the dice and go into an index. Now, in order to provide consumers interest rates linked to an outside market index, the insurance company doesn't invest directly into that index because the funds they are guaranteeing to the consumer would be at risk. So instead what they do is they purchase an artificial hedge, sometimes called a call option, from another large financial institution, and the potential liability to the third-party financial institution is limited to them in the way of triggers like caps, participation rates, and asset fees, okay? And part of the point that I wanted to get here is, on last week's video, I talked about how we try to delineate the products into 3 classes: accumulation, performance-based income, and guaranteed income. And I talked a little bit about how no one product is going to be in the top or the second place in its category at all things. You can't have a product that's number 1 or 2 in its class in commissions, that's also number 1 or 2 in its class in guaranteed income payouts, that's also number 1 or 2 in its class in bonus, and also number 1 or 2 in its class in performance. And I think that's reflected here by my simple financial model. A big bonus product, all that is from the client's point of view is an advance in interest. And you'll notice when you're looking at these products, some examples that come to mind are the Market Value from Equitrust. It's a 10-year chassis product with a guaranteed rate of 3, or a fixed rate of 3. The Asset Shield 10 is a 2% fixed rate from American Equity. Okay, and those would be in the accumulation category. Conversely, you've got the Income Shield 10 by American Equity. It's a 1.1% fixed rate product, and you've got the Ascent Pro Bonus, which is also a 1.1% fixed rate product. Both of those products are income driven products, and they're paying out bonuses up front. And that is going to be reflected in their guaranteed fixed rates, as you can see by looking at the model here. So what I'm getting to is, if the probability is low that the underlying index will make such a dramatic move before the option's expiration date, the premium to buy that option is lower than those options that have a higher probability of profitability, okay? So that's why if you're gonna compare, let's say I wanna look at performance-based products and I wanna compare the various performances of the underlying indices, if I'm gonna compare, I need to compare fixed rates to fixed rates. Let's say I'm looking at American Equity versus Athene. Or I need to look at S&P 500 annual resets. What's the caps on the American Equity product versus the S&P 500 caps on the Athene product, or Equitrust, or pick an insurance company. You can have a volatility control index with 120% participation rate, but if the probability is low that the underlying index is gonna perform, that's what makes the call option so cheap, and that's why it has higher caps and higher participation rates. Common sense tells me that the third-party financial institution that's selling their call option, they're not gonna sell it at a loss on a consistent basis. So that's in a nutshell kind of our worldview of the fixed index annuity products. If you'd like to talk more about it, I'd love to talk to you. You know, I have these conversations with agents all the time. They call in, we get to talk and shop, and a little bit about what they're selling and maybe why they're selling it. And sometimes those conversations can turn into the dog trying to catch its tail, because I'm talking to somebody who is looking for the best bonus, they're looking for the best accumulation potential, they're looking for something that pays competitive commission that's in line with the rest of the industry. And they also want something that's got a guaranteed income feature that's really strong. And so when we're evaluating these products, you really do have to pick and choose a little bit, and that gets into having more deep and meaningful conversations with your clients and trying to identify what their top concerns are, and maybe it means splitting the annuity bucket of the strategy up into accumulation versus guaranteed income. So I'd love to talk to you guys more about this. My contact information is going to be below. If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe to our channel and we'll pump it out. Appreciate your time today. Thank you.